Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. The topic of cryptography will be discussed in this video. Do we have a reality program on our hands now? For the reasons stated above regarding the euro stable currency and their actions on the Stellar network. That's right, your ears aren't fooling you. Here's the lowdown on a commonly used and quite substantial update. The current government shutdown will be the topic of discussion. When it happens, will it truly happen? Is there going to be an impact on the price of cryptocurrencies? Ripple will give us the rundown in an ageless manner. There's a really significant date on the horizon, and the Brad Garland house won't be able to accomplish anything for the East Gate on its own. And I do think Ethereum is about to collapse, people. Let's start our Bitcoin 26,317 hours right now. Currently, it is at 7%. Ethereum has dropped in price by 5% in the last day, to $1,594. About 1.32% is paid every 24 hours, with the dollar parities of USDT and USDC falling about where we'd expect them to. There are 1.41 cents worth of XRP in a million currency. The hourly chart has also shown signs of life. Amount of money invested in cryptocurrencies, $1,051,000,000,000. If you've been following the program for any length of time, you know that we've been mired in a large range. The higher we travel into space, the longer the base needs to be, but that also means there will be another adjustment, so I'm not budging. Now, when I first put up projections to share, I estimated that by the end of summer, we'd have completed somewhere between 35,000 and 38,000 hours. I predicted that a Bitcoin correction would occur between now and the beginning of December, and it looks like that prediction is coming true. The cryptocurrency has dropped by anywhere from $8,000 to $10,000 so far. And then what? That's the one that will reveal all. When we finally do break out of this formation, and everyone knows it will take anywhere from 3 to 6 months for XRP to make its next powerful move and anywhere from 2 to 4 months for Bitcoin to make its move up, the bull market and bull run will finally begin, just in time for the halving of Bitcoin's block reward, which is, by my rough calculations, about 5 months away. I've read the feedback, and sure, they do enjoy bread. To what extent can one anticipate a bull run? But elementary. Pastry. Pastry can't be dishonest, can it? Bitcoin has been on an unstoppable bull run for the past 12 years. Everything is going according to plan, so give the crowd a boost. Are we done with the bull run now? Did we see a story about government shutdowns because cryptos came from the dead? There's a lot of hype and misinformation around cryptocurrencies right now. People are saying things like crypto will never be used, and major companies like the one depicted in the first video, Citibank, are stating things like we're gonna use Bitcoin. Humans real life show Larson, you are absolutely right, crypto is the greatest reality show on the planet. There's a lot of tension here. This is the real deal after a lot of back and neck pain. It's like a cross between The Bachelorette, Jerry Springer, and the Jersey Shore, with more fighting and crypto thrown in for good measure. You got caught making out with a criminal. Seeing what's going on there is utterly insane, but keeping your head on straight is the best course of action. Don't let yourself get distracted by all the noise in the world. If you keep your focus where it should be, you'll reach your goals in the end. It's a well-oiled protocol village. What they've done right here is quite neat. Circle and Stellar announced that the Eurolink stablecoin has expanded to the Stellar network and implemented its latest technological upgrade. Ethereum's Avalanche blockchains are now live on the Stellar network, and their respective RCs are available in the EU. The launch was set to take place in Madrid, and the announcement was scheduled to be made at a fantastic earnings presentation. According to the team, the use of stable coins like EURCHF Stellar will play a vital role in improving remittance corridors in Europe, as well as cross-border payments, treasury management, and the distribution of humanitarian aid. And here we have the unveiled future of banking right before our eyes, the design of the wallet of the future. This is the single most important change to the XRP ledger architecture since the cryptocurrency's launch. Those are some weighty terms. Since the exception XOP ledger community has been a pioneer in the blockchain technology space, what do we see now? However, we faced our share of difficulties, as do all trailblazers, chief among them being the pressing necessity for a solid, expandable public infrastructure. We're not simply talking about a software update when we say that today's announcement involves a complete revamp of our infrastructure. It's a calculated effort to reform the XRP ledger's fundamental architecture, guaranteeing the network's continued viability, efficacy, and accessibility for the foreseeable future. In other words, this is a significant deal. You can skip ahead to the part where we announce we just gave a presentation at the APEC meeting. But they discussed monetization and why consumers should be incentivized to join the XRP ledger in the future, and how they are empowering the XRP ledger infrastructure. This, in turn, should encourage more people to join the XRP ledger and begin building on top of it, which would increase its utility and thus its demand, and thus its price. The longer the shutdown continues, the higher the price of XRP will rise as more people utilize it to build on the ledger. Suppose the US government shuts down in a few days, right? If you want to read more about it, here's the article. Now, let's have a chat about it. The US government threatens to shut down, but a 11:59 compromise is reached, preventing the shutdown. This keeps on being proven true. Will crypto have a debilitating effect if the government shuts down? Could we? Or is it the other way around? Do financial resources enter the cryptocurrency market? That is the main consideration at hand. However, in my opinion, the closure affects more than simply the government. Everyone will be too exhausted to do anything but hammer out a bargain at the last minute. Miss a Year said this: since any rational person knows even without me explaining why it would be extremely unprofessional and not conducive to the role, and the transaction is signed at 11 hours 59 minutes and 48 seconds, and up and upward we go. They are talking a multi-billion-dollar firm when they say they run Ripple, but a power demon will eventually reveal their lies. A line they are publicly calling for an SEC inquiry into seems to infer corruption, and I'm on trial for it because of proven evidence concerning Heyman and those relationships. When it comes to conducting business, Twitter is hardly ever accurate. What are the rules with this regard to what? For example, why isn't Ripple asking, "Hey, where is it?" Brad Cruz and David Stewart have finally had a serious discussion about all they've learned, everything that's been exposed, and everything that's been a load of nonsense. In fact, it couldn't be easier. They are in charge of a multi-billion-dollar corporation. They cannot afford to sit on Twitter but must instead respond quickly and openly. Simply put, the more you reveal about yourself, the more ammunition your detractors will have. Right. So, explain their actions. They, managed to seize power. Also, a Ripple just lacks one. The situation will be exposed, though, thanks to corporations and individuals such empower John Dean and Stephen Errol. The fact that these groups of people have been resurrected can then be put to good use by Ripple. And that's something they can use going forward. Ripple isn't a moron, she knows that the strength of her case will increase when more information on this matter becomes public from various third parties, groups, and individuals. I retained the services of some of the world's top legal minds. Top attorneys from both sides of the aisle have first-hand knowledge of what transpired. They are aware of the bribery, the SEC's dirty bulks, and how the agency has been going after the biggest threat to Ethereum in order to get at the cash. Give me a moment. If you were shrewd, didn't play dirty or by the rules, and had some cash stashed away in a brown paper bag, you could get a lot of value for what is now only about $1,500. Why not just cash out, scrub your hands clean, and run away? I don't understand why you're still attempting to ride it. The folks who still have Ethereum appear to want the price to rise, even if it means another 51015, just to increase their investment. They must have made tens or hundreds of millions already. 5 to 10 million more won't make a difference now. Let it go, wash your hands, and exit. Let this ship go down, sink in, and disintegrate, Stephen, and get the hell out of here. Changes and die is similar to the speech the SEC gave in favor of the free pass hypothesis. Identify anyone who may be the Longo, Stephen. Oh, yes, 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 this date will be remembered as the day I was tried to be silenced and the day their sins were covered up. The corrupt Hinman citizens and Crooked Joe can no longer conceal their true intentions behind the speech. All of this is becoming real. Now that Stephen and John Dean have joined forces, the truth will finally be revealed. That's the email I got about the free ticket. A lot of shady characters and underhanded dealings have been going on behind the scenes, and they are about to be exposed. He put up a decent fight, that Stephen DeRofe. He is now at liberty. He wanted the FBI to torture him into silence by locking him up or beating him senseless. In other words, he is now an unfettered adult. He's about to spill the beans on all the backroom dealings and corruption. That's why the news of John Dean's candidacy made such a splash. This was something I figured would come up. It will take some time, but eventually the truth will be revealed if the appropriate news and information are released at the proper moment. You could see a sinking ship made of Ethereum, and you could watch a tremendous transfer of funds from Ethereum to XRP. In that instant, I am prepared for XRP to reach the parabolic law peak we've been discussing. You need to be prepared. In the end, please like and subscribe my channel. See you in the next one, bye.